Waiting for followers to get back in the room. I just had like 7 followers, and live was acting up. Salute. Let me know how the live looking. Peace, fam. Loom. Salute. K Shark TV. Salute. Raw Sauce. Salute. Waiting for J Hood to tap in. Somebody go J Hood in the room. Salute. I'm gonna try to wave to all y'all, but I'm about to get this J Hood second part of the interview going, cause he was going into some shit. Waiting for J Hood to answer that request. Hood, what's up?
What's shaking, boy?
We got the internet on fire, my G. Salute. Niggas tapping in.
You already saw, man.
Yo, can you hear me? Hood?
That's what it is. Yeah, hell yeah, we Gucci.
Okay, yeah, man. The internet on fire, man. Niggas is tapping in. I just put that clip on MREC TV on YouTube with you speaking on Kick Capri and Funk Flex. Okay. That shit did like 100 in like 2 minutes. So niggas is definitely in tune and waiting. So Hood, can you pick up? Matter of fact, just go back to the beginning of the 50 Cent meeting.
Okay, so basically I think just to reiterate on what I was saying, I was basically telling a story about the meeting and what took place in the meeting. So, as I was stating that we went upstairs, they patted us down, we went through the metal detectors or whatever the case be. Went upstairs, one of his associates was saying that he was only going to see me, and he stepped out at that time and let it be known that me and all of my mans could come into the room. So he pulled all of us into the conference room, and that's when I was saying that he just went on to elaborate on the whole situation with Ja. You know what I mean? And what I got from that was he was basically trying to reassure us that he wasn't a snitch or whatever people was calling him in the streets. So he basically out of nowhere just started explaining, the situation. And after that, the meeting, like I said, the meeting lasted like 6 hours. After he started speaking about the Josh shit, yeah, it was crazy. So as he was speaking about the Josh shit, I told him, how I felt about Luch at the time, because the whole ordeal with the LOX, my problem was with Luch originally. It was never with all three of them.
Gotcha.
So, as I stated, at that time, my mental state was, it was on some shit like, yo, I gotta get mines, man, and I gotta find out a way that I can make him feel similar to how I'm feeling right now. You feel what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of mixed emotions going on as far as with me. So I told him at the time, I'm like, yo, dog, I'm a Ja Rule this nigga, man. So he looked at me and shit. And then he was like, yo, come on, let's talk. We went into the next room. We went into the weight room, actually. And then he was like, listen, I'm not going to, I hear you. If that's something that you want to do, that has to be solely on you. I'm not going to act like I'm enticing you to make that decision, or I'm influencing you to make that decision or anything like that. That would have to be something that would totally be, of your choice. I'm like, of course, that's something that I feel that's going to happen, and it needs to happen regardless if it's going to happen with you or anybody else. It's going to happen regardless. Like,
gotcha.
Because I feel that's where it needs to go. So
hold on, Hood. Hold on. Let me tell you.
So we
IG Live with MREC. J Hood is the first guest for the first episode. Hood, continue.
All right. So after that, we just continued to speak, and we was talking, and he was like, "Listen, this is the first meeting." He was asking me. The next question was I out of my contract with him with D Block? Okay. And I was telling him no. At the time, I was in the process of trying to get out. I said, they're not trying to let me out right now due to the fact that it's a couple of different companies checking for me. So I don't think they want to let me out right now. So I'm battling to get out. So he was like, all right, so I tell you what, the next time we have a meeting, it's going to be about crunching numbers. You know what I mean? To see exactly what can be done to make this business deal go through, if that's what needs to be done. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, bet. So And the misconception, even with the whole LOX shit, it was never no beef about me not dropping an album. People got the misconception about that. My whole even reason for going over there was because first and foremost, when you're looking for a record deal, you don't discriminate against any label. You know what I mean? You take meetings with anybody that you feel fit that will give you the best deal. So that wasn't the only meeting that I took. I also took meetings with other labels as well, but you didn't hear about those because the shock value behind the meeting with 50, of course, was the most effective. So, okay, so back to what I was saying, that the thing with the LOX, it was never about that. The whole beef was more so about them not wanting to let me out of my contract. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when that happened, that's when everything went sour. Everything went downhill from there, when I found out they didn't want to let me out.
When did you find out they didn't want to let you out your contract? Exactly.
When I first decided that I wanted to leave.
Mm-hmm.
What you were saying?
No, I was gonna put it in a different perspective. Like, did you find out when somebody else wanted to, I guess, sign you or do business with you, that they didn't want to let you out your contract?
Nah, it wasn't then. It was before then, because I found it was multiple people that wanted to do business and sign me.
Okay.
But if I had that knowledge, I'm pretty sure they did as well. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, when I first decided that I wanted to depart from the group and the movement, SP was the first person that I went and spoke to about it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I went over to the D Block studio, and to be completely honest with you, the state of mind I was in at the time, I didn't even want to step foot inside the studio. Due to the tension and the way I was feeling towards Luch, and it being Luch's studio, I'm like, I don't even want to go in there.
Hold on, Jay.
I told P,
what was that conversation like with Styles P?
That's what I'm gonna get into right now. So when I went to the studio, I'm like, yo, P, I gotta chop it up with you about some shit, but I don't even want to go in the lab. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, stop acting like that, my nigga. It's like, come on. So I'm like, yo, nah, I don't want to step foot in there, because at that time I felt a certain way. I'm like, I don't even want to step foot in y'all establishment. I don't want, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, yo, don't act like that, little bro. Come on, so I went inside. We went inside the A room, and I just, broke shit down to him and was speaking to him on some man shit. I'm like, yo, bro, shit isn't shit isn't playing out the way I thought it was. I thought it would play out, and shit ain't working. And it's numerous things that's going wrong, and numerous things that could be going another way. And I'm pretty sure you know what I'm speaking about, and without really going in depth about the shit. And he was like, yo, I already know. I'm like, so you already know. I love y'all, man, like big bros. I appreciate everything, man, but I want out, man. I don't want no affiliation. I want to do things on my own. He was like, nah, I feel you. You ain't even got to explain the shit or go into detail about the shit anymore. I'm like, all right, bet. So we shook hands on it like men and gave each other a hug. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right. So he was like, you know what? Just give me a few weeks to just get everything in order. I'm like, all right, bet. So I took his word as a man. Left the studio. I gave him a week, and within that week, I reached back out to him, not to say that that you get everything finalized, but just to check the temperature on shit and see where we was at with it.
Got you.
After the week, he told me, he was like, look, man, I just need a little bit more time because I don't know the D Block lawyer. Luce deals with that. So just give me a little bit more time. I'm like, bet. So I gave him another week, and after that next week, I was expecting a courtesy call at least, just to, just for him to brief me on shit. I didn't get a courtesy call, so I gave it another week. Still no call. So I gave it another week. I tried to call him. By that time, it was 4 weeks in past. It's like a month damn near. So, I started feeling like kind of like niggas is jerking me around like a little bit. So I called him, and the number was changed. I'm like, wow. So now I'm really feeling a certain way. I'm like, wow, son, come on, B. So I think I had went over to the lab or something like that, and niggas ain't come to the door, some funny shit. So, at that time, a month and a week passed by or something like that, and a month and 2 weeks, I started feeling like, yo, niggas is dicking niggas around, man. You know what I mean? Niggas know that there's other people interested in me, and they just trying to hold on to me until no one is interested anymore. And by doing that, you're trying to keep food out of my mouth and trying to keep me from eating. So it turns into something else after that. So I'm like, you know what, man, this shit is crazy. So that's when I started taking meetings. And obviously that's when the 50 meeting took place.
Hold on. Let me stop you there. What meetings was you taking at that time besides the 50 Cent meeting?
There was a couple independent companies, and I also I took a meeting with like somebody with a representative from I don't know if it was Arista or somewhere, Universal or somewhere. It was a couple different labels though. But like I said, G Unit was the one with the most shock value, so y'all heard of that. I mean, y'all heard about that meeting, obviously.
That's a fact.